One of my favorite all-time things in the aquarium hobby is breeding fish. Like the challenge of conditioning the adults and then seeing swarms of little babies darting around everywhere is just magical. The problem is I am out of room in this house. Like I already have this aquarium in the entryway, one in the kitchen, one by my office, and even one in the kids' bathroom. So I may have snuck in another 10-gallon aquarium in the kitchen. Don't kill me, Mr. Gamer. I did promise him though that this is a temporary quarantine tank. Yes, I know we've all heard that before, but I want to keep my word because personally, I don't want to have to clean 5 aquariums. I'm already struggling with 4. So the plan is I'm going to take down my least favorite aquarium, which is the 5-gallon nano planted tank. I know, it's so beautiful. I'm going to talk about that in a second, why I chose that one. And then I'm going to move the 10-gallon tank into its spot. There is a fish auction. The local fish club I'm near has a biannual auction on Saturday. It is Monday, so I've got a few days before I need to tear everything down. I also want to sell some fish there and then get everything ready by Saturday. Okay, so the first task is to build a new stand. The current stand can only hold a 5-gallon tank on it, so I found this top fin 10-gallon tank stand from PetSmart, and it was like one of the few stands I found that actually has cabinets to hide all my junk. Like seriously, very much needed necessity, right? However, I'm not the greatest DIYer, but the manual said it only takes 2 screwdrivers to put together, so how hard can it be, right? Well, the reviews said that most people took about 1 hour to put this together, and I definitely took at least double that amount of time, as you can see by the light change in this hyperlapse. But in the end, I got everything put together except for one little mistake, which is the top wouldn't connect on the top. So I just had my super strong, husband come in and force that thing on. Turns out there was some hidden cam that had fallen out of its slot. And so it's totally bent now and won't turn. My bad. Anyways, good enough. We are done with the stand. Okay, today I'm gonna take down the 5-gallon aquarium and move everything out. So that means all the floating plants went first into the 20-gallon high aquarium so that they won't get all over my arms when I'm mucking around inside. Then the rest of the plants are going to go into the 10-gallon upgrade tank. However, I'm not gonna plant them today. So I actually found a shoebox container, filled it with tank water, and then I put all the dwarf aquarium lily, the epiphyte plants, and then the filter, and then I actually turned the filter on so that they would be completely submerged underwater for the next 24 hours until planting day. And then finally it was time to lower the water and then catch all those itty bitty nano creatures like the clown killifish and the tons and tons of cherry shrimp everywhere. Whew, that took a while. All right, we are halfway there. Today is tank moving day. So first I had to take out everything from the 5-gallon aquarium stand and then try to put it in some kind of neat, orderly fashion into the new 10-gallon aquarium stand. And that is going in my office, by the way, that's where it is. And then I had to go to the 10-gallon tank, lower down the water, move it to the new stand, and it's finally in its final location. Looking good. Some progress being made here. And then after that, I had a new 25-foot Python water change system, which I really love these things. It allows me to directly drain water out into the backyard, and then I can just hook up the hose end directly to the sink, and then it flows water into my aquarium without using any buckets, which is really nice. Final step was to take all those plants from the shoebox container and then put them into the 10-gallon aquarium. Whew! Oh my goodness, I have 1 day left and still a ton of stuff to do. So first thing I did was bleach and sanitize the 5-gallon aquarium. Gotta make it look sparkling clean and almost brand new in order to sell it at the auction, and scrub down all the equipment and everything. I didn't end up getting that entirely done today because I still had to catch some fish from my 15-gallon aquarium and then bag them up and label them and get them ready for the auction as well. So this was a huge, crazy day.
Oh my goodness, my dudes, it is finally Saturday. I can't believe we made it. I'm absolutely exhausted. I stayed up until like past midnight last night just getting everything ready and labeled. So now I gotta drive down south, drop everything off, and then hopefully be able to make it back in time to meet my friend to celebrate.
You guys, I got everything to the fish auction in time and everything sold. Yes! The only bad news is I did have to end up taking down that 5-gallon aquarium, which was so beautiful, but I'm really in this low maintenance phase where I'm trying to reduce the amount of stress in my life, and this was the only tank where I had to do water changes with buckets, like dragging them back and forth, trying not to spill dirty water on the carpets. And it made me dread doing water changes, which was really bad for nano tanks where you have to keep on top of those water parameters because they can really shift quickly in such a small volume. But now that I have that 10-gallon aquarium, that Python water change, no spill system, whatever they call it, is super useful. No more buckets. I can just, there's no substrate. It's not a fancy aquascape at all. Like, it's kind of ugly, but it's functional. And I can just flush water in and out of it very quickly without having to ruin the aesthetics of the aquarium. So I think in the long run, it's gonna really save me a lot of time. And best of all, this change out unexpectedly kind of revitalized my interest in the hobby. Like, you've seen me make more videos recently, and this is part of the reason why. I now, because of this bigger tank, I can really focus on my new goal of breeding fish that I've never tried before, which is so fun. So I have a goal of trying to earn my first Breeders Award from my local fish club. And if you want to join me along in this journey, I have a playlist here of some of the easier fish I've tried to breed in the past and how I did it. Take time to enjoy your aquariums, and I'll see you guys in the next video.